All right, you know what? I think this is the time. We're gonna go in memory of our guy, Larry Marsing. We're gonna throw this one for Larry so he can fly on with us. Enigma. See if I can hyzer flip forehand this. Maybe James can try to park hole 9. We can let Larry live on.
Sick.
Hold on. Larry's going in the bag. Oh my, I'm not a forehand guy in this hole, but I almost parked it.
Nice shot.
That was a good one. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're in a special place with a special guest, James Conrad, here to join myself, Conrad O'Reilly. We're both teammates with OTB Discs, and we are at Olympus Disc Golf Course for the first Disc Golf Pro Tour of the season. James, how was your off season? How excited are you to get back into the swing of competition?
It was great to have some downtime, but yeah, it's probably the last month or so I've just been itching to get back on the road, get back to competing. It's just so much fun out here, and I love the change to start the tour off down here in Florida at Olympus. I think this is just a really challenging, really fun course to play, and great way to kick off the year.
For sure, it's not only mentally but physically demanding, not only the shots, but the hikes, and so it kind of kicks you into shape, gets you ready for the season. Let's show you guys the course. Start with hole 1.
Totally.
All right, they start you off with a par 3 here, 357 feet, but gonna play quite a bit longer with the uphill nature. Low ceiling with this branch here. You'll see a lot of straight backhands or the power forehand. Either way, you want to try to put this one close because there's a drop off past the green. I'm gonna go with the forehand today. You never know with that first forehand of the day, but we're up there. We got an easy 3 at the minimum, and we're not really tempted to run the putts.
I like the low backhand. There's this one branch that you gotta really test if you want to get it close. With the uphill and the somewhat low ceiling, it's definitely a technical shot, but yeah, just trying to get up there for a look. Got a trail.
You know, I know we're in Florida.
Speaking of that branch.
Got it. We're in Florida, but I think Cowboy Start plays anywhere, so yeah, we'll give you guys a second here to get us going.
Oh my god, where'd that go?
Don't throw Kobe Bryant. That's the lesson there.
Solid.
Yeah.
What branch?
Money ball. 2 off the top.
2 off the top, that works.
Think about that when I think about Sharknado.
That's a good point.
Anytime you enter a convo with a comment about Sharknado, you never know where it's came from.
Well, okay, it's all about confidence though, Conrad, because multiple times did people high up in the world be like, you know what, I got this idea, and then other people were like, okay, here's money. So if you need a maybe your idea's not that bad.
I'll just lay that putt up in the tournament, but in practice you really can't lay up. Otherwise, how do you figure out how good you really are? It's hard, you know?
Totally. Hole 2, 730 feet. This is a really challenging par 4. We got the fence line along the right-hand side that's OB the whole way. It's a somewhat, I don't know, it's a gap shot, but it's somewhat generous, I feel. So you have a little bit of room to kind of unleash a drive. And I find working your way left late in the fairway can be helpful to set up the next shot, which is going to be like a big left to right shot that's kind of like hidden behind some trees. So like high forehand, big anhyzer, but getting far and left definitely sets you up for a chance at birdie. Got another trail here.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Thanks.
A little bit of wind at our head, so I'm gonna go with that Kobe Bryant. like I caught some bushes, so should be a pinched off forehand, but something workable. Nice. The headwind hopefully will keep me up as I fade. Just clipped the corner, but pretty happy with that. Easy par from a okay drive spot.
My goal on this drive is to get far enough forward that I can throw a putter anhyzer in. Takes a pretty big drive, but I just feel like for the shape of the second shot, I'm obviously not going to be throwing a big sky forehand. So I'm trying to throw a super wide anhyzer that just holds left to right pretty much the entire flight. Yeah, beat that tree.
Money ball.
Yeah, not too shabby. Up there for a C1 putt, maybe edge of the circle.
Yeah, and if you saw this course for the first time, you really do think you just need to come dead straight off the tee. But like James mentioned, if you can hug that left side, it causes less of a sharp angle into the green, but well executed shot from him, even being in that center fairway. Oh man, yeah, this course is looking better than ever, but there's still some jungle-like spots, as you will find in Florida. I gotta take the hat off to throw a scuba because it's getting in the way, but you know, it is great for blocking the sun. So if you want to go to OTBDiscs.com and protect your head, you don't like wearing sunscreen, go check out that CO Safari hat. All right, you know what? Slamming into the sawgrass. That's kind of the name of the game on the greens out here.
Even if you're not like anti-sunscreen too, James like sweats it off and then it gets on his hand.
Yeah.
And then it messes with his grip.
Yeah.
And so that can be a problem.
That or it like drips into your eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That's what I'm always kind of scared of. I feel like the sun.
I thought it was going to just be like right here. Get up on the shell.
Oh, it's right there. Dang, I guess it. Wow.
Oh.
That's confusing. My minions did work for me.
I guess I kind of wrapped a little too hard around the corner. I could have played it a little straighter. If I started a little further left off the tee, it would have had an easier angle, but being anywhere up here in two, making easy par is not the worst thing on this hole.
Very interesting lie right here. Kind of got to put it through this little sawgrass. Put a little extra something on it. Nice. Definitely gonna have to bust out some different putting motions on a course like this. Not bad this week to practice some of those Matty O putts, some James Conrad putts, some Ricky putts, a little bit of everything. The loop bag not only is going to help you get a grip in this Florida sunshine, but read that headwind that's coming down the fairway here on hole 3, a technical par 4, 531. You got to play it down to the bottom of like this service road that jogs up about 45-degree angle and then flattens back out towards the basket, out of bounds on the right as you approach. I like 9-speed stable off the tee here, but you'll see everything from that to a putter. Going with the Raptor. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Should be about midway up that hill. Hopefully a standstill forehand is what I'm looking for in the second.
It's kind of a blind spot where you're trying to land, but I have like the more right of the big evergreen trees on the left. That's like the base of that tree is one you just want to get around. So I'm kind of using that to like visualize exactly where I want to be. On a blind hole, it can be helpful to kind of use what cues you do have and try to make the most out of those. I see a lot of people push too straight on this hole. You really got to get left.
The die on that disc was so cool.
Might have been a little short. I don't know. I'm gonna toss one more and just compare when I get down there. I like that one a little more. We'll see though.
That one looked like it got on the right side of that big pine you're talking about.
Both mine were a little bit sawn off inside. This is kind of the spot I'm trying to land where it's a little bit flatter. You still have a pretty routine shot up the hill to the basket. I'm tucked off on the left on both mine, but I still salvage something.
You guys, you may see a legendary James Conrad forehand. Don't call me Nostradamus, but I lied. He can make it happen no matter what. Good shot.
Thanks.
Ooh. Like this is one of those par fours you're gonna see on camera, you're gonna see on paper. The elevation won't show truly what it is.
Yeah.
So it's gonna look a lot easier than it truly is because it's pretty specific.
Go run up the hill. Go, go, go. Let's see how high it is.
You know what? I'm gonna go backhand. I think I got high enough up. I'll have to backhand later. Down my straight face. Just a little left. I'm over by the FTO basket, but edge of circle putt.
Kind of off drive, still getting a long chance that it's good. It is a little bit of a risky green to get too aggressive on, but it's a hole that you kind of really want to birdie, so sometimes you have to kind of weigh those options. Being 500 some feet, par 4, it feels like a must birdie, but it is tricky. There's the hill, it's a tight landing zone. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Definitely, of course, you gotta stay confident on the circle one comebackers. Otherwise, you could definitely let one or two greens kind of affect the rest of your round out here. So keep putting, try to make it. And be smart when you are gonna run those long ones.
Hole 4 out here at Olympus is a pretty wicked par 4. It's only 660 feet, so it's not the distance, but the shape of it, and then that OB fence from the preview from a couple holes ago. It's going to be OB on the right again. You're shooting downhill, kind of working like slowly left off the tee. It's framed up pretty nice, but it's just like with the hill right in front of you and then the branches up ahead, it makes for a pretty tight little window. And I think the best shots are ones that kind of make that left turn on hyzer and kind of begin flipping up as they fly to really push forward down the fairway. I do think they made this hole a bit easier. They cleared out a lot of stuff on the right-hand side, so if you get down there and flip up a little too early, then it's a little less punishing this year, which I think is a great change. Kind of just going for a really smooth shot, hit that gap, and hopefully flip up a little.
Looks pretty money.
Just like that, yeah.
Yeah, there's another one. You look at it, 664. It can't be that hard, but not only with this hill, but the one on that second shot. This hole just is a very elusive 3. Going Raptor off the tee, a little more stable play than James. I'm looking for a similar line. Oh, that's so inside. All right. We're going to see how the scramble ability is on a hole like this.
Yeah.
Not looking great.
Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Oh.
Just too flat out of the hand.
Oh, so close.
Man, this is showing where this hole can be tricky.
I managed to have pretty much as good of a drive as I could hope for here. I got all the way to the right on this. The fairway kind of splits here. There's like the FPO basket and like an uphill over here. So could be followed. Like the ideal fairways down here in the right, along this fence line. We got a side hill on the left that'll really like some roller. That's no beach. We just try to blast one up there and get hard left at the end. It's a little fireball.
It's about as good as a drive gets here, so if that's not an advertisement for James's Trail, I don't know what is. Oh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh. I thought we were going to hear some metal burst.
Yeah.
Oh man. Barely out of bounds on the four-hand roller. We'll take our 2 meters from barbed wire.
It's a big 2 meters.
Try to get up and down. Stop the bleeding. I'm gonna throw the Justice in the green here. Speaks good. Oh yeah, didn't hear near a tree trunk, so I think I made progress on the skip. We'll see. I think James jinxed me there. He mentioned the hill likes to throw things away, and I hit my disc almost on the road down there after I thought I was going to be putting and stuff. No. Olympus showing its teeth. No.
This hole can get you so quick. Like you're driving a little off. Your second shot was almost great, then your fourth shot was almost good, and all of a sudden it's a 7. And it's like, man, brutal. Fireball ended up perfect. I think I just barely missed this tree back here and skipped right up to the thing. So super stoked with the drop-in birdie here.
Being the performer he is.
Hole 5 is going to be one of the fan and player favorites out here. It's a beautiful par 3. Reed's at 408. We're going to play quite a bit longer. The way you got to skip it way left. Fly just right at that FTO pin across the cliff. And you got about another 150 feet, 120 feet from there. I've been liking stable disc like this, force, nice and flat. Try to get to those trees in the back wall. Fade just in front.
Right.
Come on, come on. No.
Weird it. This is up top. I think I'm on top of the mandatory release area, but hard to tell.
I kind of like when the FPO basket's in. I'm basically trying to ace that FPO basket with like a high-speed driver. I got a time lapse here, and yeah, if I can just hit that field goal, get a nice fade at the end, should set me up pretty well.
Oh. Oh yeah, nice forward skips
Yeah, I
there.
got some good skips.
It's a little wobbly, sorry.
We'll go one more with the nuke.
That was great.
Yeah, when there's little to no wind, maybe the hyzer flip's a better play. I feel like that one's well in the circle.
Yeah, that was good.
Might have to switch if the wind's low, but I do like that force. It's a little more windy because it has some stability. Got pretty fortunate, you know, I got to thank whoever drew this line in a non-straight line. You know, it's kind of saved me here. Up top.
It's down low.
Get lucky.
Well, really, you're going that way.
No, we got a putt. We'll take it.
I'd take this every time, given the 3D. I think I could have gotten a better skip. I kind of skipped right into the mound on this tree, so either side of that, it might have gotten a little closer, but could have put a little more left off the tee. But yeah, getting up here at C2, I'm happy with that on this hole.
I think you throw a good shot on here, whether or not you get the skip up in the circle one like James talked about. A lot of times it isn't really in your control.
Nice.
Oh my god. Gotta work on my uphill putt apparently.
Hole 6 is a tricky downhill par 4. We're at a really high point of the property right now. We got a pretty massive hill to go down. If you push it too straight, there's out of bounds. So you're kind of looking for, at least personally, I'm looking for a shot that kind of goes up, stalls out, and like falls left without continuing to push forward. If you have a good shot, then it's attackable from there. It's kind of like another blind shot, left to right shape to get up to the pin that's kind of tucked up in a pocket of some sawgrass. So it's a really cool hole. It's 2 different blind shots on your landing zone, so really pays to get in some good practice rounds and really know your spots without having to actually see where you're shooting at. I'm gonna go with a pyro, trying to get it to stall out, fall hard left.
Great.
That was terrible.
Long. Too straight.
Too straight.
Thought it was beefy enough. I thought you had the height, but I'm going justice because it allows me to avoid a little bit of the risk of going long because this thing is so overstable. I want to jam it flat. It's pretty hard. That one feels right.
Yeah, look
Use
good.
the downhill to carry it.
We'll try again with an MD. Maybe put a little more initial angle on it. Could be good. We'll see.
Didn't hear anything there.
Quite enough recently. This is only my second practice round of the week, so still dialing in some of these blind shots. Oopsies.
Got to hold and flatten a little bit.
They look really good.
Didn't hear sawgrass. A lot of times you're just listening out here. If you don't hear sawgrass, you're probably happy.
My first drive, that pyro pushed into the sawgrass on the far side. It wasn't way in there, but it's not fun to throw out of that stuff. Slice up your arm. My mulligan drive was in a great spot, so I'm just going to practice from here. I think I probably will just go stable envy off that tee. Put it on some angle out of the hand, and it won't go too straight.
Yeah, you get an envy to here. I don't see why you need anything else. Really. That looks so
I
good.
thought about right.
It sounded like it hit the basket.
Yeah.
That's a good combo, right?
Absolutely.
Way downhill though, so. Way downhill. I feel like this is kind of one of the cooler greens. It's kind of in this little like bubble. It's blind, but it's pretty fair to try to get in there. And then it's one of the few out here I feel you can be really aggressive on the green. Even if you're like buried a ways, you can try to like flick something in because you kind of are in this bowl that you're not going to really get a long comeback or get a bad roll away or anything. My shot came up a little short, but got a chance. Oh. Definitely a lot of straddle putting out here, like and stuff like that out here, like Connor was talking about. I'll dial that in. Textbook birdie. Yep.
I was so happy when I was able to toss this Explorer back in my bag after this thing so many times, and having open bags allowed me to kind of choose what I feel like is the best option for me. And if you want the best options for yourself, you're going to go to otbdiscs.com. Description below has James's discount codes as well as mine. Maybe you can try to use both and see what they'll do. Hole 7, par 3. It's a dead, true, straight shot. A little bit of left to right slope as you get up there towards the green. That'll pull your disc down to the right, so not bad to miss. Just left of that palm trunk that kind of guards vision of the basket. Big oak tree down there on the right. Try to make sure you're flying left of. Fairway or mid-range is likely what you're going to see. I'm going to go with the Athena here. And thanks to the ground screw, course looking as good as ever. We no longer have to hit our arms on the tree to throw from the side of the tee that we prefer here. Stuff like that makes a challenging course like this just that much more enjoyable. That slight left miss I talked about.
Should counter skip right over towards it.
I thought I just aced the FPO, but there I go rolling down. This doesn't need to sit though now.
No.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, it did.
It rolled down right in the basket and sat. Very lucky, and you know maybe a bit more ground play of the fairway driver there is why James was telling me a second ago he likes to go with the mid range.
Yeah, I like the mid. I haven't quite decided between the detour and the hex yet on this one, but I feel like I can kind of keep it on hyzer the whole way, so just slowly flipping up, and it tends to land real soft, coming in pretty dang close to flat. Plays a little downhill, so I don't really have to push it to get, what is it, 350? I don't feel like I really have to push it to get that distance with the slight downhill nature of the hole.
You know, now that I think about it, beat it.
Dang.
Oh, cut the very last tree. That was kind of just what I'm looking for, though. Keep it on hyzer, just slowly flipping up. Yeah, it's a fun shot to throw. So my detour shot caught this last tree. It's all right. Got a just outside C1 putt.
Oh. Sit.
I already made my 4, so I'm good. Over the Connor bush.
Mine was trying to roll away off the tee here, but I got the backboard hit, so that was very fortunate. Back-to-back birds, time to get it going now.
Spot. Hole 8 out here at Olympus is a big par 3. We got 487 feet. You can see the red basket really clearly. Ours is probably another 80 feet uphill and a little right of that. So I think most players will opt to throw kind of a flat shot that pulls right throughout most of the flight. Players with a big forehand, I feel like kind of lick their chops on this hole. It's just like a super power hyzer forehand. But I'm gonna throw a trail. The left side is really bad. I think it's a lot better to overturn this than undercommit on the turn. So it's a cool shot though. Down and back up, big ol' Anheuser, a lot of fun to throw. Oh, that flipped out so bad.
Push, 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 bounce off. Okay.
Yeah, good hit.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, definitely a hole that's going to be quite a bit more difficult depending on the certain crossing winds you could have. Pretty light at the moment. I'm going to go beat up Explorer, old tie-dye buddy, kind of towards the top of those trees out there to the left, and just let the disc do the work for me. That thing is literally made for a hole like this. Flatten. This would be such a dream ace. Anytime you throw a line that's even close, it just kind of gives you that giddy feeling and reminds you why you love a game like disc golf. Oh, there's one. Good correction there.
Better.
All right, you know what? I think this is the time. We're gonna go in memory of our guy, Larry Marsing. We're gonna throw this one for Larry so he can fly on with us. Enigma. See if I can hyzer flip forehand this. Maybe James can try to park hole 9. We can let Larry live on.
Sick.
Hold on. Larry's going in the bag. Oh my, I'm not a forehand guy in this hole, but I almost parked it.
Nice shot.
That was a good one. Nostradamus was a little early.
What do you think my over-under is on forehands around? Do you think I'm going to throw less than or more than 2 around?
I think on a course with this much sawgrass and rough, I'm going to give him 1 around, you know?
1 around?
I think 1 be good over and under. I'm going to pull the under because I think JC's going to throw him well, you know? It'll be about 0.83 around.
2 over 3.
No, I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah.
That's not.
It's either going to be 0.6.
I guess you would have to throw a lot more.
This is how we know you're nerds. You're like, wait, no, the math is math.
Actually real. Okay, last shot pushed a little bit right into the bushes. Ended up taking a par. But pars aren't bad on a tough hole like hole 8. Here we are on hole 9, another grandeur par 3. 460 feet across the chasm. This used to be an old limestone quarry, so you have a lot of these dugout spots creating some artificial elevation change. This one is essentially flat, but mentally it feels like you gotta kind of climb the hill over there. I'm gonna go with that Mewtwo nuke. Oh, flipped it. I'm gonna need to get lucky. Those 4 pine trees in the center really make you pick a side. I usually try to go left, and that was a punishing kick. I'll be happy with par from there.
Yeah, this is just an epic hole. It feels so good to make birdie here. It's definitely an elite level shot. I feel like I see more success with people playing the right side in a late fade, but I think the left side's just so beautiful to try to flip one up at it. Not good.
We might have to get our climbing shoes. I'm gonna try one down the right side. You know, I haven't really tried it. Might be good to see if it's doable. Pull it flat. Yeah, I like the left side. Take it straight. Just gotta give it a little bit better of a rip. Ah, shots like that are so tough because it's really the shape you need, but getting past those branches is tough. And James, you want to throw this one for Larry? Oh, you just get the...
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Oh, yeah. All right, one more for Larry right here. I'm doing it for James. He cut his finger, so...
Go, Larry, go.
You know what?
Sorry, Larry.
The next person will do them right.
Nice. You're past it, but yeah, you're up top.
You guys, I wish you could have seen what I just did. I threw a hyzer flip forehand hatchet. Best shot of my life right there. Fortunately, the trail is finding the trail.
Yeah. All right.
James just smashed that putt from here all the way over there.
Yeah.
We got 2 witnesses.
Come on. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, that'd been a crazy 3-6.
Ah, trying to save you.
That's going to be it for your front 9. If you guys want to check out the back 9, first off, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out any of the great videos coming this year. And back 9 is going to be on the OTB Discs YouTube channel. So go check it out there. Me and James going to be showing you guys how we like to attack Olympus. It's hot. It's sweaty. Let's get to the back 9.
Let's do it.